So our story starts out with a woman named Sivagami carrying a baby. She's tired, she's injured, and she's trying to escape a group of soldiers. She prays to the Lord Shiva to save her baby in exchange for her life. Local villagers find the drowned woman and the baby and decide to raise him as their own. The baby was named Shivu, and 25 years later, he's acrobatic, adventurous, and kind-hearted. Shivu spends years obsessing over what adventures could lie above the mountain and spends many years trying to climb the waterfall. Shivu soon discovers a mask has fallen from the waterfall, and it has a woman's face. He's now more motivated than ever to climb the mountain. Shivu finally succeeds with the help of his superhuman strength and meets the woman of his dreams. Soon after, Shivu discovers his true origin and that his real name is Mahendra Bahubali, and that he's the son of the legendary warrior king Amarendra Bahubali. At this point, you're about halfway through the movie, and it goes into an extensive flashback that encompasses the rest of the film. This is where this movie got truly interesting. During the flashback, we're introduced to Amahendra and his brother Bali as children. They both have equal rights to the throne, and they're both equally matched in many ways. We get to see them as they grow up and essentially compete for who's going to be the king. This part of the movie is really compelling. You really get to see the dynamic between the brothers, the mother, and the kingdom. One of the brothers has a very jealous father that would rather he be king, as opposed to Bahubali. Although they are evenly matched, you do get to see the differences between them. Bala is much more ruthless than Bahubali, who seems to be very compassionate. This is put on display when there's a war with a savage rebel army. While using tactics to defeat the rebel army, Bahubali also goes out of his way to protect his citizens, while his brother Bali is so ruthless that he simply mows down anyone in his way. The brothers are victorious, defeating the army, and they seem to be proud of one another. But due to Bahubali's compassion for his people, the Queen Mother names him the king and names the brother Bala leader of the military. This angers Bala's father and sets into motion the events of Bahubali 2, the conclusion. The second film picks up right where the first left off, and you start out with a great scene of Bahubali's mother taking a traditional walk. She's not allowed to break her stride. Some elephants break loose. Bahubali comes in, saves the day. It's a great scene. I don't want to give away the entire plot of the second film, but I thoroughly loved it. I'd like to go back and say that the first film was really good up until about the halfway point when it became a flashback, and the flashback made the movie even better. It's fantastic. The second film picks up during that flashback, and the majority of the second film is in the flashback. I honestly can't remember watching a movie that made me enjoy a flashback. But going back in time to watch the dynamic between Bahubali and his brother and the consequences of Bahubali's decision to marry a certain princess, it's just awesome. I was really impressed that even though these movies are fairly long, they're able to keep me interested, and the story wraps back around and has a wonderful conclusion. To be honest, a lot of current Hollywood movies could learn a lot from the Bollywood and Tollywood movies. I'm recently getting into these, and I'm thoroughly upset with myself for not watching them sooner. These movies are great. They're everything that was great about the way movies used to be. And I'm so glad that I'm able to watch many of these films on Netflix. By no means am I an expert on Indian culture and history of movies from India, but I can definitely say I enjoy them, and I will definitely be watching a lot more. Bahubali Part 1 is great. Bahubali Part 2 is incredible, and you won't regret watching these films. Do yourself a favor, watch them back to back, and have a great time. As a whole, I'd give these movies a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll be back soon with more movies. Thanks.